India's infrastructure appeared weaker last week after power outages left up to 680 million people without electricity supplies. But the low monsoon rains are now adding extra stress to the already fragile system as demands for power supplies increase. Joining me to discuss this further is Akash Agarwal FX dealer at Icap PVT Ltd in Mumbai. Hello Akash. The recent power outages in India have caused big disruptions to cities and villages, affecting up to 680 million people, and the combination of low electricity supply and high demand is adding stress to the system. What do you think India's Congress need to do to resolve the issue of what seems a weak infrastructure?
India lacks in terms of flow of money, the flow of technology, the flow of materials which can be used or which can get a cheaper rate, so that the infrastructure can be improved. The main source of electricity in India is coal. Basically, they have to source in coal at a very cheaper rate, which Indians are finding it right now because the coal prices have increased.
Analysts are now saying more outages are possible due to insufficient monsoon rains, which are 19% below the long-term average, causing farmers to rely more on electric pumps to draw groundwater. Do you think, Akash, the electricity outage can be blamed on the low rainfall, or do you think the infrastructure is most likely the cause?
I think so. Infrastructure and the rainfall both are important for India in terms of electricity. But electricity is concerned. Infrastructure do play an important role, but I think rainfall is an important integral of Indian economy. If you take it on a ratio basis, I think infrastructure will take more major proportion, but rainfall do include into that. It has been a problem, and it's been a problem, Navjeet. It's not just a problem that have occurred just suddenly. It's been a problem for many years. There have been many issues in terms of the policy that the government has been developing, or it has been like formation of the policies. And second thing, the central government needs to conclude something better policies in which the government, something related to nuclear power, sources of energy. But still, I think so. It's all upon sourcing of. It's very tough to say that. They need to come up with policies wherein they can flow of MNCs or the companies which have been developed outside India and come up and give that kind of a technology to India to develop even electricity. I think so. In India, India has been affected altogether overly. Like it's not if you want to pinpoint something, it will be the Northeast states which is most affected of electricity. I think so.
Apparently, a poor monsoon is also affecting farmers who are having to put their gold buying plans on hold during the wedding season, as they are unable to afford gold jewellery at present. This is clearly having some effect on businesses. Do you think that India's government needs to step in and spend money to rebuild the infrastructure?
Gold buying is something which a farmer does for not only for wedding, it's even for a storage purpose, for a value addition. Infrastructure, if you mean on terms of dams and everything or canals, one can think so, but nothing on more than that. Monsoon has been creating a problem in India right away, but something to, I don't think, find any relationship gold and with monsoon, I find a relationship between gold and monsoon, but nothing with gold and infrastructure right now. People won't be able to buy gold because they're not in security, but it's nothing to infrastructure do play an important role in farming, but yeah. But important thing right now is monsoon, which has been lacking in India. The government could have built dams and canals for supplying of water, but the government has to come up with some policies or some kind of a thing which that is a benchmark that India needs to improve the infrastructure. That's for sure. Because if you take for an example, the travel time a truck or vehicle takes from 100 every day on average, India lags very well behind as compared to the other American, other European nations. So India needs to develop the infrastructure in all four corners. So that's been needed previously for India to grow.
India has developed economically in many ways, but why do you think India is still behind in its electrical infrastructure?
India basically depended on coal for its main source of electricity for a longer time. If you compare with China still believes in coal's energy, but they are now turning to thermal and nuclear. So India needs to find a different way of sourcing of electricity through thermal as well as through nuclear thing. So an Indian economy just cannot depend on electricity on a coal basis. So India need to find out something, or thermal, nuclear, or some other ways of finding electricity. India is trying to finding a new way, but the problem with India is they're taking a too long time. I think so with the policies, where in China you can develop a nuclear power in 10 years, whereas in India takes 25 years for the same project to happen. So if they want to do something really good, they need to move fast.
Thanks for joining me today, Akash. Well, that's all we've got time for right now, but stay tuned to Dukascopy TV for more interviews and updates. For now, though, goodbye.